Well, good morning and happy hump day, YouTube friends and family. Kim here from the Wellness Homesteader, and today I have a few updates and then we're going to do something fun. So, to start out with the 800 subscriber giveaway. So, it's actually Tuesday at 3:30 here, and I'm at 795 subscribers. So we are so close. So if you haven't already looked at the video, please don't forget, subscribe, like, share, comment, and you'll be entered to win the giveaway. So as soon as we reach 800, I will be doing a brief video and we'll be doing that giveaway. I wanted to also update you and share a channel with you. So if y'all remember from my 600 subscriber giveaway, just Be Preppin 1, and that's prepping without the G, so preppin. And yesterday she posted a video. I subscribed to her channel, and you need to go out and subscribe and watch this latest video that Just Be Preppin did. She talks about where she was, where she is now, and where she's going, and it was so interesting, and she has a lot of relevant information to share. I think you will really love her channel. So go out, subscribe, and give Just Be Preppin some love. Actually, I had to do talking notes today. Isn't that sad? I've had a very busy day. So I feel so bad when I come on and I say, okay, so you know when I told you this, that, or something else? Well, it's not going to be that way. So Sunday, I was going to do a video on the menthol shower steamers. However, we had, and you may have seen it on the news, Ohio had torrential rains and we had a windstorm. So my son has been without power since Sunday. Estimated time of repair is Thursday. And again, this is Tuesday, you're watching on Wednesday, but it won't be repaired until Thursday. My mom was without power for almost 48 hours. So that kind of changed up my schedule and necessitated me going over to do some things for her. So I was very lucky. The only thing I lost was my internet. The reason that I couldn't make menthol shower steamers had nothing to do with the power or the internet. It was the humidity. And I realized after I watched the video, I thought, I never even told you why you can't make bath bombs or shower steamers on humid days. So anytime the humidity level is high, if you're not a person that runs either your air conditioning or heat a lot, that would be me, you're gonna have some problems with the ingredients wanting to activate, expand on you. So that is why I did not make them. However, I wanted to share the ingredients with you because I am having a pretty major oral surgery. You all, if you've been with my channel a while, you know that I'm getting two implants. I had cadaver bone implanted. I have a naturally inherited thin upper jaw. So my dad had the same thing. So I'm getting cadaver bone put in. I've had the one side done. That was pretty rough. The other side, I wasn't scheduled until December, but they've moved it up to tomorrow, to Wednesday. So by the time you're watching this, I'm probably having the surgery and it is under anesthetic. So I appreciate your thoughts and your prayers tomorrow. I'm sure I'll come through just fine. What I'm not sure of is how I'm going to feel because I had such a rough time because I developed a post-op infection last time. So I'm praying that this time will be entirely different and I will feel much, much better this time and just sail through and we can make our menthol shower steamers yet this week. So we'll just see how it goes. So if you know for sure that you want to make them, I thought I would go ahead and share with you the ingredients. So if you need to purchase anything, you can go ahead and get those on order. So we will need some simple things: baking soda, citric acid, which you can buy on Amazon. You know, you can buy baking soda in big boxes at Walmart. So you're going to need a cup of baking soda, half cup of citric acid, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, and then you're going to need some menthol crystals. So you do want to make sure these are pure menthol crystals. I ordered these from Wholesale Supplies Plus, which is in Ohio. I did not check Amazon. You may be able to purchase them there. You only need 2 teaspoons per batch. So, like, I have a couple packages actually, and I've made several batches out of this one, and I still have some left. So you will need menthol crystals. You will need some eucalyptus, or you can use peppermint essential oil. If you want to add the essential oil, they come out much better if you do add the essential oil. I will share that with you. And then finally, you're going to need 3.5 tablespoons of coconut oil. So most of those things, with the exception of the menthol crystals, you may already have on hand, or they're very easy to find. The other thing you're going to need is, if you've ever used a bath bomb, they're usually, you know, pretty good size. Menthol shower steamers are very, very small. So I have big hands, so it's kind of hard to tell, but that's the size. This is actually a hard plastic mold. What I do when I make them is I press them into the mold, I stick them in the freezer, they pop right out. You can probably use a silicone mold, but the key here is you don't want anything gigantic because it takes very little with that pure menthol and the essential oils. So I hope that's helpful for you to prepare. The other thing that has been requested that is on my radar, hopefully for still this week, are the gift bags. So what I would like to mention to you is kind of take a look through your coffee table books. I don't know what else to call them. Books that have bigger pages, not just the 8.5 by 11 type notebook sheet. So the bigger the sheet, the better. So take a look through your books. Maybe ask friends and family, hey, you have any big books you want to get rid of? Goodwill has great prices. I think most of their hardcovers are between $2 and $2.50. So that is what you're going to need for our homemade gift bag project. So I hope you found that helpful. All right. We're almost getting to the tour. So I wanted to share a little bit of backstory with you to help you understand why I decorate the way that I decorate and what really drives me to have this style of decorating. Unfortunately, I'm hoping you all can see that. I can see it in the camera screen, so I'm hoping you can. This is my beloved Grandma Victoria in her little mink stole and high heels, and she's standing by a Christmas tree that is just adorned top to bottom with shiny balls and tinsel. But my grandmother had the most lovely pom-pom aluminum tree with the color wheel full of shiny bright ornaments, and I loved that tree. It was so different than, you know, a green Christmas tree that I was accustomed to having at home. So as an adult, I really wanted the tree. My grandma passed away when I was 12, and my grandpa got rid of the majority of things that belonged to my grandma because it was painful to him. So I'm not even sure what happened to that tree, but I went on sort of a pursuit to get an aluminum tree. The pom-pom trees were out of price range for me, but about, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago, I found one very economical on eBay. And then through the years, I have collected decorations that are very similar to what my grandmother had in her home. And I'd like to think that she would be pleased if she could see my decor. So a lot of what I'm going to show you on my home tour, it's certainly not to brag or say, look at what I have. I try to find things very frugally, very economically. So a lot of my decorations came from thrift stores, garage sales. I did buy the tree on eBay. auctions, which can be a really great place to find Christmas decor, especially if you go to an off-season auction, and I'll share a little bit more about that. And then I have some Dollar Tree, a little bit of Walmart, and a little bit of Target, very little Target. But I just wanted to share with you what I've done this year. I decided to decorate early, and Frankie is overjoyed that I've decorated early. He's watching, I call it watching outside TV. He likes to look out the window. So hang tight. I am going to clean up my mess here on the table, and then we're going to take a tour, and hopefully this will give you some ideas about ways you can repurpose what you have in your home for Christmas. So stay tuned. Well, Frankie is getting ready to take, hi buddies. No, he's going to take his little bit of nap. So let's get the tour started. So, of course, I have here one of my oil lamps. You'll see these all over my house. This is a vintage piece as well. And this is one of the Scentsy warmers, and this I've had for quite some time. But I have it filled with a pine tree scent, which is just absolutely lovely. Up here, and I have to laugh, this is the only Christmas tree that I am able to have with Hanky Panky Frankie, because he climbs it, he chews it, he takes the ornaments off. So yeah, this is like clear up on the shelf. So it's enjoyable though. I do have a little bit of garland on there, but mostly just the fiber optics. And then I dug around a little bit and found this frame and found a photograph of my sister. I'm the blonde, she's the brunette, sitting on Santa Claus' lap. And I thought, wow, that would be just an excellent piece of memorabilia to decorate with this year. And I'm gonna guess I was about maybe 4, and my sister was maybe 8. So obviously I was still like totally into Santa. On the mantle here, and I'm gonna go slowly down, you'll see that I have a whole bunch of bottle brush trees. Now these are true vintage bottle brush trees. So some have, you know, the balls, some have artificial fruit, some have the flocking on them, some are just glittery. I went to an auction in the summer many years ago and purchased 2 boxes of miscellaneous Christmas decor and true vintage bottle brush trees. Like those have the little candy canes on them. These just have the chunk glitter, are quite pricey. And so there were 35 vintage bottle brush trees in that box, and I was just delighted. Also in that box was some glass bead garland in the colors that just really match all of the pretty trees. And then I just put a very inexpensive dollar store strand of lights behind it to kind of light it up. So my grandma had bottle brush trees as well. This little ornament was also in the box, and it looks handmade. I'm not sure, you know, what the year was. Most of the bottle brush trees are from the 50s, some from the 60s. And then swinging over here, this is my little workstation. And of course I have one of my Scentsy, and I'll be sure to drop a link both to Just Be Preppin's channel as well as to the Scentsy party that I'm having, where you can order through the end of November if you have interest. And then I just put a cheapy holiday pin and a little holiday pad, you know, to festive it up over here where I work. Now swing around to my couch, and you're going to see this bedding pattern through the house. So I didn't want to spend a lot of money on pillows because they are quite pricey. So I actually covered with the red pillow covers. I like pillow covers because you can change things up and it's not nearly as expensive, not as much to store. I just put some red pillow covers on there. This is a king-size bed pillow in the back that I have for the guest bedroom that I've heisted, and then the cable knit Mary Everything pillow. I think might have come from TJ Maxx. And then I liked buffalo plaid long before buffalo plaid was big. I didn't even know it was big until I actually went to Walmart this year and they had buffalo plaid everything. So I just carried the theme on over. Sorry, you probably don't want to look at Frankie's box here. With another older pillow that I have, a sort of buffalo plaid throw that I have. It's always cold in my house, so I've carried the theme there. For my cabinets where I keep my canning, I just put an inexpensive dollar store sign. I have one that says Merry Christmas, one that says 'Tis the Season, some very inexpensive garland, then this little wreath with the bells, and I thought that just kind of added a little bit. For my table, again, I liked buffalo plaid before it was a thing, so I purchased these many, many, many years ago, and I think they came from Big Lots. So now you're going to start seeing some of the truly vintage items I have. So these little tumbling Santas were also something that I got at an auction as part of that group buy, and I just thought they were absolutely adorable with their little red mittens. Over here is the first of many, many, many Santa Claus mugs. So that is the other thing I did not share with you. My grandma had beautiful, beautiful Santa Claus mugs. So I only put out less than half of my collection because it's such a pain to drag it all out and put it all away, but I wanted touches of it here and there. So this is one of my favorite sets, and I'll show you the matching punch bowl here shortly. Swinging around, let me back you up here, is my vintage step back cupboard. And I bought this at the same auction house. One year it was winter and it was the last item in the auction. It was snowing like crazy, so most of the people had left. So I actually got this, and it's solid cherry for $150. But I will tell you, this thing is a gut buster, and I've had it in about every room of the house. So I do have vaulted ceilings here. So this is just the perfect place, and it shall never be moved again. But I do have just some decor. My last name is Clark. And then some of the mini mugs. Some of the bigger mugs, and you can see they're all different styles. This one actually has a jeweled eye, which was just like the ones my grandma had. A lot of these are made by Holt Howard, if you're into collectibles. Holt Howard was very popular in the 50s and the 60s and made all sorts of novelty items. So that's primarily what this collection is. These two little bells were actually my grandma's, and one of the few things that I did get after she passed away. So just more mugs, all different expressions, more of the glass beading that I got from the auction. And you can see there's such a variety of expressions. And then I just put one of the ones with two jeweled eyes, an extra strand of these glass beads. So I didn't share this with you, the two boxes with all the trees and the various things I paid $5 for. Over here is another, of course, my oil lamps, and then another Scentsy warmer. I just thought this was so cute. This I think I purchased last year, and it's a little Christmas gnome. This actually is one of my thrift store finds. Our local thrift store, if anything has a stain on it, the item is free. So I got two of these, both free, and I love them because I do love decorating with red. and it matches perfectly for Christmas. So just a few little touches, you know, here and there. This is a Santa that I purchased many years ago as well. Santa. It's a snowman. Oh my goodness. And then up here, just some mini lights that I've also had for many, many years. So the chalkboard has been washed. It looks like it needs to be washed again, but I will do a Christmas mural. I just haven't gotten that done yet. This was a basket that was given to me by my staff many, many years ago, so I just used a wreath hanger, hung it on my pantry door. Then swinging around. This jar may not look like much, but it is truly one of my treasures. This was my father's, and when he was living, he loved the red and white striped peppermint candies, and he kept this thing full. And then on days when it was church day on Sunday or Wednesday, he would grab a pocket full of them, and he always handed candy out to the kids. So we actually had this when we had his visitation and funeral, full of candy, you know, kind of in his honor and memory. And then swinging down, because I can't have a tree, I actually have a huge pine tree in my front yard that's about 4 stories high. So this will have to be replenished a few times because it dries out and sheds the little needles all over everywhere. But it does bring a little bit of that pine smell into the house and really makes things look festive. These were also a thrift store purchase. The punch bowl, complete with the ladle, I purchased many years ago at a thrift store as well, and it does have 6 mugs. I think one of them has a chip in it. And then the cookie cutters I pulled out are from my childhood. So those are from, I was born in 61, but I believe these were from the 50s, from when my mom and dad were first married. So I put some more cookie cutters in the punch bowl, and then just a little thing I think came from the dollar store or Walmart. Over here, this is new to me this year. It is from the Dollar Tree, but I thought it was so cute because this is magnetized, and then, you know, you can put the holly leaf on what day it is. So I thought that was really, really cute. I've had this also for several years. I think this might have come from Hobby Lobby, but I just thought it was cute and very vintage. I normally have just a beige type tray here, but I put my dish soaps and scrubbers and hand lotion on a holiday tray just to make it look a little bit more festive. Ooh, it is bright. Let me go from this direction. Then I had 2 very large cookie cutters, and I got these way back when in the 80s when Martha Stewart first became popular. And what I've done with them through the years is used them as a mold when I make fudge. Just pour the fudge into them, then unmold them. So I thought they looked cute there. The little Let It Snow sign is from the Dollar Tree. And I did wash my window. You see all the water that's actually between the panes. So I've replaced this window once already. All of the weather comes from the back of the house, but the windstorm was just too much for the window, so that is going to need to be replaced again. Then coming over here, another little on my coffee maker, a little ornament that was given to me by my staff because I am a total coffee lover, and this is my Jura coffee maker, which I hope will last me a lifetime, and a little holiday mug that I've been using. This is probably my favorite Santa pitcher and cup set. It is really in pristine condition. I've had it for many years. I just stuck some candy canes, which I did buy at the dollar store, a little bottle brush type tree. It's not vintage, and some pom-pom garland. On the stove here, I put a candle and then a Christmas mug, and these are actually Oreo flavored candy canes, and my son loves Oreos, so I thought it went well with the kitchen, and I think he'll really enjoy it. And then a little pair of Santa boots there. I've had a couple questions already from my videos about the covers on my refrigerator here, the red. So I did purchase those on Amazon. I am not an Amazon affiliate. I do not have an Amazon store link, but I can try to put the name of it. I don't know if it will let me put a link, not being an affiliate or not. Very inexpensive. They wash beautifully. I also have them in gray, and it really does protect the handles of your refrigerator. And then up top here, I just have a couple little houses that came from the dollar spot at Target, a little glitter tree, and then on my soffit, as you see all the way around here, I put some glittery garland, which was a total wreck to clean up after, but I really wanted flocked. That's when I got kind of carried away. And then when I saw the prices and realized how messy it was, I decided that the garland that was just very simple would do just fine. Okay, swinging around here. This is actually my coat closet and understeer storage. So just have a little sign here. North Pole Trading Company I thought was cute. And I do try to add little touches everywhere. So here, and wow, I'm living large. The sun's shining, so it's 66 degrees in the house. I just took a Scrapple game and spelled out merry and bright and put those little trays there. A little gingerbread man, which I have no idea where it came from, but I thought it was super cute, and it kind of married up this corner. Our stockings, which is for my son's cat, myself, Frankie, and my son Ben. I just hang here on the coat rack. I did put some sugared beaded garland, and I have had this for years. I'm not even sure where it came from. I thought that looked rather festive. And then on the stairs, I have 3 embroidery hoops that spell out joy. I have had garland before, but it just makes such a mess. And this is actually a table runner that I have. It's super thin, and it wrinkles up and scoots around. So I tied it on the banister as a bow. I was like, repurpose. So I thought that worked out well. So swinging around here, this bench, and excuse my Roomba down there, is something that I did buy at auction many, many years ago. Gosh, probably 20 years ago. And I use it as a focal point during the holidays. I have a couple polka dot trees. This was also a whole bunch of these plastic ornaments came with all of the bottle brush trees. So I've used those in various spots. Some more of the pom-pom and sugared garland. Up here, I have the mugs that spell out Noel. And then over here, this is just a inexpensive metal box that I've had for a long time. I often use it to carry soap if I'm going to visit someone who's not sure what scent they want, and I want to take different bars of soap with me. So I thought, how handy to just repurpose that. So Santa hat that my son always wears. Some of the mugs that go with the set I showed you earlier. Just some miscellaneous ornaments. And then the Hi There Santa. This chair was actually a chair I sat in when I was in kindergarten. I went to private kindergarten. So it's a little beat up, but I just put the little pillow on there. In the laundry room, I've had this also for a very long time. Don't remember where I got it, but it's sort of a vintage metal tag that says, have yourself a merry little Christmas. So I thought that was cute. Over here on my apron rack, I have one vintage apron that was also in that $5 bargain box. So I hung that up. And then on my washer, I just put a dish towel that I crocheted. This snowman was also a gift from my staff. a candle, and just some garland that I happen to have on hand. So I kind of saved the best for last of downstairs behind the cat gate. So let me show you my nod to my grandma. So we'll start here with the beautiful bottle brush tree with all of the pretty pink and blue or pink and teal ornaments. This tree skirt, I actually purchased on eBay a vintage tree skirt pattern, and I sewed that. So I actually put a lot of colored gems on there. I think I hot glued them, honestly. And this shiny trim, some of my little glass shiny bright ornaments. I have a ton of them. And then this is some of the glass beading that I also got in my $5 box. But this brings me a tremendous amount of joy. I love the flocked ornaments, and these are all original. The one problem with putting it here is I couldn't put the tree topper on because it was clear up to the ceiling. And then, because I was going with the 50s pink and aqua, this is a vintage pink and white chenille bedspread. I have several chenille bedspreads. I used to collect it. It's not something I collect anymore, but I thought it just matched so beautifully. So I went in the barn, guys. I went to my mom's and got in the barn, and I found a vintage thermos. This jar that used to, when I was a child, contain candies at Christmas time, and I'm going to make hot cocoa bombs, hopefully do a video on that. Wrap them in brightly colored foil and put in there. And then just a little sign. I think this came from Michael's maybe, but it matched the colors. The candy canes are some type of fruit flavor, mini marshmallow jar. And then this candy dish you've probably seen before in some of my videos. My beloved friend Mary Beth's mother. This was a piece from her along with that butter dish. So I happen to have some blue candy in there, so I thought it matched well. For the centerpiece, back up a little bit. This is actually something my mother gave me. It's a Longaberger 2-tier pie tray. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's just perfect for putting little bottle brush trees. I have a bigger tree here, an ornament, some pom-pom garland as well. So I thought that came out super cute. And I even found a pink pair of boots in my ornament stash. So again, much of this came to be because I just went through things that I had on hand and tried to repurpose. I'm gonna go back into the kitchen, show you one more thing. I hope I'm not making you dizzy. And that is my island. So this 3-tier tray, I have a lot of display trays like this that I've used in my soap business. So I thought this would just be perfect to fill up with bottle brush trees. This is a little house. This did come from Target Dollar Spot as well. Some more of the pom-pom type garland, a beaded Merry Christmas. This table runner I've had for many, many years, not sure it came from. And the deer and the present are actually, gosh, I'm sorry about the light, guys. They're actually new this year from Walmart to me. All right, so let's take, I'm not going to show you all of my house. I'm just going to show you the main areas, but let me take you upstairs and show you what I've done up there. Bathroom, put up a buffalo plaid, have yourself a merry little Christmas shower curtain, a merry and bright rug, just some holiday hand towels. Took some baker's twine, tied a bottle brush tree to a actual purchased bar of soap that I thought was so festive. Stuck my soap dish into a little tin that I had on hand. This tree was another find from the thrift store. These Santa mugs were actually purchased at an antique store, still in the original package. And then I just changed out the sign here to say, have yourself a Merry Little Christmas. So now, let's head upstairs. All right, so we are now in the upstairs master. And I have had this bedding for, I think this is my 3rd season on the bedding. And it's like fleece lined, it's super warm. This is part of a set for the duvet cover that I use on my down comforter. You'll recognize this pattern. This is the match to the pillow sham that I was using downstairs. Pardon me, I have the hiccups. And then I wised up. I didn't put a wreath on the headboard. I did purchase this from Walmart because I thought, gosh, that matches the bedding so perfectly. And then additionally, I just added a few touches. Had this bell, I think, for 2 years. Just repurposed a metal tray that I've used in my soap business. Stuck a couple ornaments in. And then, yes, I have... Oh, I keep tripping over these. My Mama Bear slippers that actually match. I do have, this was my grandma's washstand, so I do have a little tea station up here. So I didn't do a whole lot here. I just put one of my Santa mugs into an existing item that I used to decorate with. And I'm not going to take you into my other Roomba, the restroom, my personal restroom. Here is the hall bath. And again, I have had buffalo plaid for a very long time. This actually has the bears on it and the bear and moose hangers. And then I just took a tray that I use actually for photography for a lot of my soaps and lined up a candle and some of the, hand soap, lotion, counter cleaner. Had this little basket I thought matched pretty well, stuck an ornament in it. And then finally, this is my son's room. So again, I told you you'd see more chenille. This is a relatively rare color combination with the red and the brown. So I put some winter flannel sheets on, again, using that same set of pillow covers there. And beside the bed, I put a Santa mug with a little tree in it. And then over here on the chair, because it is cold in the house, just a holiday throw. And then, of course, we have to have our Andy Griffith pillow, because if you don't know, I'm a huge Andy Griffith fan. All right, well, that concludes our tour. I hope this has been enjoyable to you. Drop me a comment below and let me know, did this inspire you to get decorating? What are your favorite traditional homespun type pieces that you love to use each and every year in your house? So be healthy, be well, be blessed. Don't forget to pray for me in my surgery, and we'll see you real soon. Take care.